starting to freak out a little bit. I've tried several different locations now, and they've been completely inaccessible due to the snow. So if nothing appears on 539 Productions, you know why. But at any rate, welcome back to my story. I wasn't even intending to actually do a road vlog for today, but I'm gonna just go ahead and do one anyway. And something else I wanted to say that I hadn't thought of before, and it just kind of now popped in my head as I kind of came close to one of the areas I'm about to talk about, sort of. But there was a couple series on 539 Productions that I did, and I alluded to the fact that there were going to be second parts coming to the series, and so far there hasn't been any. And I just wanted to let you all know that those are not dead series. They're not things I decided to scrap. They are actually still going to come out, and I did not forget about them at all. With the more complex series, sometimes it just takes a little bit longer to finalize everything and find the information that I need. So one of the other reasons I'm kind of disappointed is that as the sun is beginning to set, I actually did have a nighttime location in mind that I was going to be able to film, and then as soon as I got there to check on it earlier, it also is very much snowed in and going to be incredibly hard to get to, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make that episode right now. And it's something that really kind of upsets me, just because other than finally having a nighttime episode, the type of location that it was, I have not done in a very, very long time. So I'm just hoping that here within the next week or so, we're gonna maybe shed off enough of this snow that I'll be able to get some of these locations that are currently inaccessible. The other problem that I have is with a big trip coming up, I can't go too far because I don't want to blow all of my money finding locations around here when I'm just going to end up taking a really large trip and getting a lot of great content in later. So I'm kind of trying to gauge it at this point. Is it worth it to just, you know, give up for the day, or do I really want to try and travel a really long distance and end up having to cut my big trip coming up here short. But luckily the weather's supposed to be letting up here pretty soon, so there should be a lot of locations that I'm able to get in my direct area before I leave here towards the end of the month. So I'm not incredibly worried, it's just frustrating. It's the next day now. Didn't have any luck yesterday. Everything was pretty much snowed in. Well, things are not looking promising again. I chose two completely different locations today, and pretty much the same results. Completely inaccessible. And you know me, I'm not somebody that minds trekking through the woods and snow and mud or whatever it takes to get anywhere. So you know, when I say that it's completely inaccessible, you know, it's just beyond worth it. I generally only call it inaccessible if, for instance, you know, it's really heavy snow and like even to park somewhere I would have to walk miles and miles to just get to the point where I'm starting the journey to the actual location. I just really can't end up wasting my time or the entire day on locations like that, especially when some of them aren't really guaranteed to be as interesting as they may look. Sometimes things just turn out to be a dud location, and if I spend 4 hours, you know, hiking just to get there, you know, that's ridiculous. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is turning around and heading back towards the city, and maybe picking up another set of guitar strings. And I know somebody mentioned the other day that you can buy single strings, which, by the way, I snapped my G string. If you want to help me out with that, that's great. But anyway, some places do and some places don't. It depends. I've found more, I mean, I don't know what it's like where all of you live, but I've found more local music stores to sell single strings, but a lot of those have closed in my area. I don't even know if there's, other than like, you know, the random like pawn shop or whatever, I don't know if there's even a local music store like that.